Reviewing and marking assignments digitally has never been easier than it is in Microsoft Teams. Not only can you assess student work and keep track of their progress, but you can also provide specific, timely, and ongoing feedback for each assignment. Students can view this feedback, make revisions to their work, and resubmit assignments, all thanks to the feedback loop design of assignments in Teams. Let's take a closer look at reviewing assignments as a teacher. I'm currently in the general channel of my Social Studies 8D demo class team. To view assignments I have assigned to the class, I will go ahead and click on the Assignments tab. From here, I can review a specific assignment by clicking on an assignment card in the list. I want to review my latest assignment, the Chapter 5 review questions, so I will click on that card to open that assignment and then click the Review button up here in the top right corner. Here in the Review window, at the top, I can see details about this assignment, including the due date. I also see below 3 buttons. These are analytic buttons that include the number of assignments viewed, the number of assignments turned in, and the number of assignments to review. Please note that if I had more than one student in this class, I could actually click on one of these buttons to filter my student list. For instance, I could filter by turned in. If I clicked the turned in analytic button, I would only see a list of students who have actually submitted their work. Below the analytic buttons, I see a class list. I see the student's name, a link to their work, the status of their work. So in this case, it says turned in and it's time stamped. So today's date at 10:17 a.m. I also see a feedback icon. If I click on it, I have a space to enter feedback, and I have a space to enter the score or total points that they've earned on the assignment. So that's right. If I've actually gone over the student work previously, I could click on the feedback icon, enter a few comments, and then enter their score, all without leaving this review window. I could even select the student once I've done that and click return to return their work to them. In this case, however, I want to actually view their work and give them feedback on their work. So I'm going to click on the student's work, and since it's a Word document, it's going to open in the Word Online app inside of Teams. Now, let's take a look at this far right side of the screen. At the very top, I have the student's name inside a drop-down box. This would allow me to switch students to see other students' assignments. I can see the timestamp of their work turned in, and I have a feedback box where I can enter comments directed to the student. I also see a space to provide points or their score out of 35, and I can return their work right from this window. At this time, I only want to provide the student with some feedback and give him or her the opportunity to revise their work before I actually mark it. As I look over their work, I could enter my feedback here, but since I'm in Word Online, I could actually select to edit the document, and I could choose to edit in Word using all of the tools in Microsoft Word, or edit in the browser, which allows me to edit right here in Word Online. And I could go ahead and add feedback right on this document. Any comments or feedback I make on this document will automatically be saved in Word Online, and when the student opens up his or her work, he or she will be able to see the feedback that I've left for them. Once I've added my feedback, I can click Return down here at the bottom to return this assignment back to that particular student. If I had more than one student in this class, I could then click on the drop-down, select the next student in order to review and provide feedback for his or her work. Once I'm finished giving feedback for all of my students, I could then close this window. Notice in the review window for this particular assignment, I can see that I have provided feedback. I haven't provided a score at this point, but I see a green check mark. That means that the assignment has been returned to my student. Let's now switch to the student view to see what he or she sees. So here I am in the Social Studies 8D demo team, and I'm in the general channel, but now I am in the student account. To view my assignment and feedback from my teacher, I will click on the Assignments tab, and I will click on the particular assignment, the Chapter 5 review questions. Now, since feedback was given in Teams, I can see that feedback here. If the teacher had left me feedback on my actual assignment, I would have to open my assignment in order to view that feedback. Also, since this assignment was returned to me, I can click on my Word document, which will open in Word Online, and I can go ahead and make adjustments or revisions to my work. And once I have made my adjustments based on the feedback, I can close my work and I can click Turn In again. Now let's go back to the teacher view of Teams. Again, in the Assignments tab, in the General channel, I will click on that particular assignment card and select Review. Notice in the Analytics that I once again have one student that's turned in their work, and when I look below, I can see that the timestamp has been adjusted. It now says that it's been turned in at 10:33 a.m. I can still see that feedback that I left before, and I can click on students' work to view it in Word Online, see the adjustments that they made, and now I can provide a score. Once I have reviewed the work, updated the feedback, and provided the points or the score for the student, I will then return their work once again. Let's close this window. All right, and now I can see the feedback, the points, and I have a green check mark showing that this has been returned to the student. So they are able to see the updated feedback and their mark.